Hey guys there, and welcome. It's Rage here for another Advanced Warfare video. Today we're going to be looking at the awesome AE4 assault rifle, and we're going to be doing a best class setup on that. So I hope you guys do enjoy, and I hope you find it useful. If you do, then please, some likes will be super awesome. I'm playing on private match because I can't stand the lag and I can't stand the snipers in multiplayer. It's all cropped up all of a sudden. Don't know why. So I went into public match and I put the settings to what you'd expect to find in public match. So it's normal hard settings. It's not like easy settings. It's normal hard settings, but in private match. Due to those reasons. So yeah, anyway, we're going to quickly get into the best class setup now. So I think the weapon's quite cool. It fires quite slowly, and it is at a disadvantage to most of the top weapons in Advanced Warfare, apart from this one. So if you use some of these things, then it is actually going to make it a bit easier to play with and a lot nicer to play with. Yeah, so let's start off. I prefer the original AE4 base weapon because there is also an AE4 Widowmaker version, and it has a cool blue light. Yes, that'd be pretty awesome to play with, but the problem is the Widowmaker version, which is like the variant, it's not the original. The problem with it is that it fires too slow. It fires slower than the original, and so you've got a slow fire rate. It's slightly more accurate, yes, but it's a slow fire rate. So yeah. Now, in terms of attachments, I've gone for 3, which means I need to go for a primary gunfighter wildcard. And the first one I went for was foregrip, just reduces recoil. It's pretty important with this weapon because the recoil is a bit all over the place. But when you add the foregrip, it really does make a big difference, in my opinion, anyway. And then for the second attachment, I went for red dot sight. Now this is an absolute must, or any kind of optic is absolute must with this weapon. The iron sight is absolutely horrendous. It's like this circle, and it's got like these 2 horizontal lines on either side, and like this little pin prick. But I don't know if you guys can imagine the ASM-1 iron sight, but worse. It's worse than that because it's just all over the place. Horrible iron sight. So you definitely need an optical sight. You definitely need some kind of reticle on there, and I'm gonna say the red dot sight. I don't like any of the other ones. The only other one I would say is okay is the target enhancer, but it's a big fat sight and I don't think it's good with this weapon. So I'd say red dot sight, definitely the way to go. And then for your third and final attachment, you're gonna go for quick draw grip if you want to follow my system, because that's going to mean that you aim in faster. If you're aiming in faster, obviously, because this weapon at close to mid-range areas and combat situations is really when it's going to do best. So it's not going to do best at long ranges, so therefore you're going to be getting up and close with people. If you're going to get up and close with people, you want the quick draw grip to aim in faster. Now for our perks, I would suggest lightweight, because you can run faster. Again, you want to get closer to people because it works best in the close to medium range. So I mean, you can go for a second perk in the perk 1 tier, but I think just leave it for this class. And then for the second perk, I'd go for peripherals in the perk 2 tier. And peripherals basically is going to increase the minimap size, and it also means any people you kill are going to stay off the radar. And the reason why I would go for this rather than say something like Gung Ho is because Gung Ho really it's good because you're kind of aiming at the target while running, so you don't actually have to aim as much as you would normally. But the problem is that with this weapon you really notice that there's like a jerk. So like when you're sprinting with Gung Ho and then you try and aim in, it will like aim in a little bit and then it'll jerk and aim in some more, and it like really is off-putting with the gun. And you notice it even more with this weapon. I don't know why I notice it more with this weapon, but you do, and I don't like it. So I just tend to stick away from that if it is like too obvious, and it is with this weapon, I find. So peripherals I just prefer because I don't like any of the other perk 2 perks really. And then for perk 3, go for, in my opinion, blast suppressor and toughness. They are my 2 perks that I use every single time pretty much. Toughness basically means that when you're being shot at, there'll be less flinch. So when you're shooting and someone shoots back at you, if you have toughness, you're not going to kind of kick up as much with the gun. You're going to stay more focused and on target. And then also blast suppressor means that ping on the radar will not appear with your exo when you're boost jumping and all that stuff. When you're using exo, it's not going to have a big red circle like it normally would on the radar. Skip all secondaries and all exo abilities and all exo launches, etc. in my opinion. They're just a waste of time, and for exo abilities and launches you have to use your hand to like tap something on the iPad or pull out a grenade, and it all wastes time, which means you're going to be more likely to fail where an enemy's aiming in. So you're likely to die and they're likely to get a kill on you, so that's not going to be useful at all, so stay away from that. And then finally, I just had 3 spare points, so I went for 3 score streaks. I went for UAV score streak 2, which was system hack, and then finally Warbird. Now you don't have to go for these at all, it's up to you. UAV, I would say, I really do always suggest though, if you have a spare perk point or a spare score streak point, go for UAV, because it means, in my opinion, if you use support threat detection and directional, you can actually tell where the enemies are going on the minimap. You can see them through walls, which is really useful, and then finally support means that you can actually get it and you don't have to stay living or live, so that's pretty cool. And then the last two, you don't have to use them at all, but that's what I do. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you want to go and check out any of my recent videos or guides or anything on my channel, I've got a ton of them and you guys really enjoyed them and showed a ton of support, so I hope you guys find that useful. And I want to thank you guys so much for all the awesome views, comments, etc. Let me guys know if this helped you at all by leaving your comment down below. If this helped you, it would really be nice to know. But thanks guys, and I'll see you guys on my next video.